this, it just gets me excited. It reminds me of kind of going to the market and buying like your fruit and veg in your paper bags.
Bringing those vibes.
Oh, my chat in a bit.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. I have got a PR haul unboxing sort of thing for you today. I posted a lot of like parcels that I've received on my Instagram story, and I just asked you guys if you wanted to see it, and you said yes, because if it's the run up to Christmas, so brands are sort of pumping out everything. So I thought I would do like unboxing video slash gift guide, because I think a lot of this stuff that I've received would make really good gifts for Christmas, and they're not that expensive, they're quite reasonable. So I'm gonna go through them. The first thing is probably not really a good gift unless you were to add it with some other stuff. I think if you did like a hamper, you could incorporate the first two things actually into a gift. So the first thing is I got sent over some Jack Daniel's sauces. So a lot of you might remember I did some work for Jack Daniel's back in July on these sauces. They sent me like a whole selection of their sauces. I created a recipe. The recipe's on my highlights reel on my Instagram, so go check it out. But I use these sauces along with like soy sauce, sweet chili sauce and ketchup, and I make it all the time at uni, so it is like a really good, tasty, easy, quick dish to make. James from one of my PR agencies sent this over to me about a month ago now, so it's a bit bad that I'm only just getting around to unboxing it for you guys. But this one, this is the honey barbecue glaze, which is my favourite one out of all the Jack Daniel's sauces. So this is definitely going to get put to good use in the coming weeks. The next product is really cool. So a company reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try their products. Now, as much as I love coffee, I find that when I have coffee on an empty stomach or on like a really small amount of sleep, so say if I've only slept like 3-4 hours the night before and I have coffee, it really triggers my anxiety and it makes me feel really irritable. So I try not to have coffee. I normally now just have coffee for like enjoyment rather than for the actual effects of it, because of how it affects me. So if I'm tired, I will just not have anything, but then if I want to meet up with someone, like a friend or something, then we'll go for a coffee. But basically, yeah, so I started drinking matcha tea probably like a year or so ago now, and I used to pay like £3 for one. Like, that's quite a lot as a student, it adds up. So anyway, this matcha tea company actually got in contact with me, and they're called Pure Chimp, and they just asked, you know, if I wanted to try it out, and I said, you know, I'll give it a go. They wanted me to post it on my Instagram. I was like, I'm going to give it a go. If I enjoy the product, I will. And shock horror, I've been using it and I've enjoyed it. It's really good. I found it just gives you a lot of energy. I think a lot of people, I remember that the first couple of times I tried it back like a year or so ago, it's an acquired taste. You're not going to like it the first or second time, but you do grow to really enjoy the taste. And they've got one with turmeric that I want to try, because I think turmeric's really good for inflammation. So I get a lot of like inflammation on my cheeks when I have a shave, and also like in my joints I get quite a lot of inflammation and joint aches. So I want to try the one with turmeric and see how that helps, because I take turmeric tablets every morning at the minute anyway, so it's just easier and quicker to have everything in one little tasty hot drink. Now this does say to add it with cold water, then add hot milk, but I just go straight in with hot milk. I want to try some like recipes with this, so like matcha pancakes and things like that. I'm gonna give it a go one day. Maybe if it goes well, I'll do it as a video. That's like the lifestyle bits done and dusted, and then next up I have some grooming things. So the first thing is from Murdoch London, which is a brand I've loved using over the last year or so. I've tried their face wash, which I still use, and it's really good. This post-shave balm, which I use all the time. So I use this post-shave balm every time after I obviously shave. Well, I actually put it all on my face because it feels really nice and it smells really good. But as long as you put it like where you've had your shave, it just acts really cooling, really stops irritation, and it just leaves your face nice and moisturised, and it just smells. All their products smell really good. This smells, I don't know how to describe it, but it smells really good. It's a really nice fragrance. But it's just really cool and calming, quite anti-inflammatory. And then also their face wash smells really good. It smells like orange, which brings me on to my next product, which is their vintage pomade. Now this again smells really good. It smells the same as the face wash. The thing with this is it gives really good shine, but it doesn't give good hold. The hold is quite isn't so strong. So, but I always put gel in after I use a pomade anyway, so for me that doesn't really make a difference. But this really like leaves your hair feeling soft when you wash it out as well, and it just makes it really easy to style your hair and set your hair in place, and then obviously just go with gel or hairspray on top. And then they also sent me the sea salt spray. I've used this. I use this sea salt spray still to this day, and what I do is I just put it in my hair when it's wet, and then when I spray it in my hair and then hair dry it just to add like more texture, and again it gives more hold, but it really does add a lot of texture to your hair. It's really good, it's quite matte, it gives you a lot of volume as well, which is good. That's especially good if you like quite relaxed hairstyles, like bedheady hairstyles, or if you've got longer hair, it's really good. If you get like a few Murdoch products, they're really good to like buy in a package and then give as a gift. And I know that they do gift packs as well, so it's definitely something to look at, and I think it's a really good like Secret Santa present idea. Even if you just get like one of the products, it's a good like little stocking filler. They're not the cheapest of products, but they're definitely very high quality and they are worth the money. If there was one product I would recommend from what I've tried out of the 4 different things I've tried, then it would definitely be the post-shave balm. I've never come across a post-shave balm that has been this effective and that is this enjoyable to use. Okay, so the next product is all about saving money, and who doesn't want to save money, especially in the run-up to Christmas? So a lady called Chloe got in touch with me through Instagram from Spargo Cosmetics, and she just said, you know, I'd love to send you like a full-size product for you to try out and put on your Instagram. And I was like, you know what, instead of sending me a full-size product, just send me some samples so I can test it out, and then if I enjoy it, I'll buy the product, and I'll talk about the samples regardless if they're good, but then I'd rather just buy the product myself because it's not actually that expensive. What is a product, you're probably wondering? So basically what she does is she sources all of the fragrances that we all love to invest in and spend stupid amounts of money in, and sells them on for a fraction of the price in a different bottle with a different label. So she sent me over, got a list. So she asked me, what do you want me to send you over? So I said, send me these ones because I've got them and I can compare the samples to the originals. So she sent me Bleu de Chanel, Allure Homme Sport Chanel, Hermes, you know that Terry de Hermes one or whatever it's called, then Tom Ford Oud Wood, and then asked her to send me Creed Aventus as well, because basically every time I go shopping I'll spray it all over myself, but I'll never buy it because I have not got £200 to drop on an aftershave. So she sent me them over, and now I've used the Tom Ford Oud Wood and the Aventus, and they smell spot on to the original. So I haven't really got much of the Oud Wood left, but it smells spot on. Like, you would not be able to tell the difference at all. Then you've got the Creed Aventus, which again, you can't tell the difference. I think when you first take it out of the bottle, you can, but when you actually put it onto your skin and let it obviously like, and when you let it like settle into the skin, you cannot tell the difference. And these two are like nearly £200 each a bottle, and she's selling them for I think like 25 quid. It's ridiculous. Then these ones, okay, so these ones are like Chanel and Hermes, which are fairly reasonably, well, not reasonably priced, but they're like accessible for the normal person on the high street. And I would say they do smell a little bit off. Like the Hermes one does smell a little bit off. I mean, it does it though, it doesn't really. Like the tiniest bit different to the original, but not enough for you not to know what the fragrance is. And then I would say the Chanel ones are a little bit more off. So I would say that, which is weird because it's like the most expensive ones smell exactly the same and the cheaper ones smell a bit different. But again, not enough for you to really notice. And she also does these in room incense and candle form. So I'm going to order the Oud Wood as a candle and a fragrance, and then the Aventus is just a fragrance, I think, because imagine your whole house smelling of Oud Wood. Oh, It's a dream. That would be a really good Secret Santa present because of it's fairly reasonably priced, and it's actually something that people are going to enjoy using. It's not something that, it's not going to be junk, you know. I think every Secret Santa present I've ever had has just been junk, and I hate junk. Okay, so the next thing is this. From what I understand is they are a subscription box, and every month you get a pair of socks and a pair of underwear sent to your house, which I think is a really cool concept, especially for people who love like patterned socks and like fun socks and fun boxers and stuff like that. It's a really cool idea, and I think this would make a really good Christmas present because of it. You could do it as a one-off if it's just like a small present you're looking to get, but then you could do it as something throughout the whole year, so it would last the whole year, and I think it's just like a fun little thing to receive in the post. For me personally, I don't like patterned underwear, I don't like patterned socks, I just prefer like plain, but that's just because I'm boring, because these are actually really fun. Like, look at them. I think they're really cool. Like, I could wear these on Christmas Day. If I got these, I would wear these on Christmas Day for sure. I think they're really fun. And then same with the boxers, so they're like a similar pattern. But I just think it's really, like, I think it's a really cool idea. I've not seen like something like this before really. I can't remember how much it is a month, but I'm going to put it on the screen. But I think it's something definitely to look into for a Christmas present. I think it's like, you know, for like a brother, or even like for your dad. I think that's a really cool present because I feel like dads are always hard to buy for, and it's always good to just get them the essentials. Okay, so the last package I've got is from Oberon and James. If you follow me on Instagram, then you probably would have seen this already on my feed and on my stories. If you don't follow me on Instagram,
Why not?
they have just launched in the middle of November, and they're a British brand, and they are basically bringing out socks, underwear and undershirts and like thermal leggings, and everything they've made is like eco-friendly and is sustainably sourced. So on their t-shirts and their leggings and their underwear, it's all like micromodals, basically derived from plants, so it's sustainable. And their socks is all from organic cotton because they couldn't use the same material as the underwear for the socks, so they've basically just gone for organic cotton. And then they make it ethically. They make it in Turkey, and they wanted to make it in England, but the machines they needed and the way they get made, the products, they could only do it in Turkey. No one in England was able to do it like that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the way it all comes packaged, it got me so excited. Okay, so basically, firstly your order sheet comes like this on a nice bit of paper, so I'm just covering up my address. But it comes, yeah, on like this nice earthy looking paper, but more importantly, the way it comes, the products come in paper bags. Right, so can you see this? It says recyclable. I don't understand why no other brands are doing this, like why every brand is not doing this. I hate it when I order from ASOS and everything comes individually wrapped in cellophane. It does my head in. It's just a waste. It's a complete waste. This just gets me excited. It reminds me of kind of going to the market and buying like your fruit and veg in your paper bags. But this, I think, would make the nicest Christmas present because like they're good products. So these are the socks, these are the winter ones, and I wore the black ones I wore the black ones yesterday, and they are so soft. They've got like this fleecy type material on the inside, and they're just so soft. And then I wore the summer socks as well on a night out on Saturday, and again these were really nice because they're really airy, so they will be perfect for summer. But these didn't make like your feet sweaty. I thought they might make my feet sweat a lot because they are so thick and cozy, but they didn't. They were just really warm. It was weird. And then the underwear I've worn, which is again so soft, and then they do a undershirt like in a t-shirt, and then they do a long sleeve, and then they do a tank like this, so it's just like a vest, which I think is probably the one I will wear the most, just because it's perfect for layering. And the ones I've got at the minute, before I got these Oberon and James ones, were like t-shirts or long sleeve, and when you're wearing, because I live in Poland, it gets really cold in the winter, I'd be wearing like the undershirt, then a t-shirt, then a jumper, then my jacket and my scarf, and you just feel like really robotic. You can't really move around much because your arms are like really restricted, if that makes sense, because it's like bulked full of material. But this I think is perfect for layering, because obviously it doesn't have the sleeves, so you can just keep layering and it won't be so restricted. And these are really comfortable and soft. And I wore the t-shirt on Saturday, and I went to London, and it was really weird because it kept me really warm, obviously, but then when I got on the tube, normally I start sweating, you know, like when you're power walking from like this, power walking down to the tube, you start sweating by the time you get on the on the tube carriage. But I wasn't, like, I just felt really warm still. I didn't break sweat at all, and I was like pretty much sprinting for that tube. So like, that's good though, because it means it's not going to be uncomfortable throughout the day. You can sort of just whack it on in the morning, get on with your day, and not have to worry about nothing. So I think they would make a really good gift, again, as a stocking filler or as a main present. Like, you know, if you just get like a couple of pairs of socks as a stocking filler, or like a couple of pair of underwear for a stocking filler, and then or go all out and get a selection of both. Maybe check in a couple of undershirts. They do really good 3-packs, so 3 packs of boxers, 3 packs of the undershirts and stuff like that, and I think they give you like a 30% saving. I'm definitely going to order more of the boxers and more of the socks. I think undershirt wise I'll probably got like 2 I think will sort of do me okay, but I'm definitely going to order some of them winter socks. And I'm going to be ordering them as gifts as well for Christmas, just because they are really easy and they come packaged really nicely and they're good quality. And like I said, I like plain socks and plain boxers, and that's what these are. They do have like the A and J, and then the boxers have like their signature pink strap. Don't worry, these are clean. I need to shoot them. But yeah, that is everything. I think the best gifts out of all of them, I think probably like the Murdoch and the Oberon James would be like a good combination to create like a little hamper. And then I think the sock and jock box, like I said, is really good for like a dad. And then I think the fragrances would be good as a Secret Santa, or just as like, again, like a stocking filler, just because they smell so bang on. If they are a Jack Daniels fan, get them like a bottle of Jack Daniels whiskey, maybe like a Jack Daniels t-shirt, and then a couple of sauces. And I think they do like rubs, like steak rubs and stuff as well, so maybe look at that in your look for that in your supermarket. I think that would be quite a cool idea. And then again, this Pure Chimp green tea I think would be good with like a mug, like a nice, maybe like a nice Starbucks mug, or like a travel mug would be really good. If you have any video ideas, let me know in the comments, because I know a lot of you have come over from Uwan's channel, and his channel is like ridiculously good and his DIYs are insane. I'm not that good at DIY, I'm not gonna lie. No, I probably won't give that a go, that would be a bit of a disaster. But let me know if there's anything specific you want to see, and I will try and start uploading more regularly. I say that all the time and I'll go through spells, but it's just because, I think because no one really, I feel like no one watches my videos and no one cares, so I don't bother. But I mean, a lot of you have subscribed with my like few videos that I have, so thank you for that. Hopefully I'll start being a lot more consistent. If you don't follow my Instagram, go check it out, give it a follow if you want, I'll link it down below. Shameless plug, I know, and my blog. I'm going to post my blog post on the Murdoch London products that I reviewed, like I think it was last year or earlier this year. I'll link that down below. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.